Yo, what's going on, everybody? As we approaching the season for 2023, I hope y'all have a great winter season, man. It's time to make that money. Hey, but today we're gonna talk about a couple of lawn care apps you can use to gain you some clients. I'm gonna discuss my pros and the cons. I'm gonna discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly. I have 5 of them we're gonna talk about, and I'm gonna name them from the good to the worst, of my opinion. Number 1, Green Pal. Number 2, Lawn Starter. Number 3, Task Easy. Number 4, Lawn Guru. I never use this one. And number 5, Lawn Love. Super trash. The things to know, hey man, the setup is quick and easy. All you gotta do is just download the app, put in your information. Some of them you can use your social security number. The others you might have to have an EIN. You might gotta have your business insurance. Some of them Lawn Love, you don't need no insurance. They're just when I was using it, I remember when I was cutting with Lawn Love and I ain't have my business insurance. They're like, oh, you ain't got insurance? All right, you can use our insurance. We'll charge you $2. Like, what the heck? It was funny, it's crazy though. We're gonna discuss the pros. The pros, you can get a client up front without having to pay no huge marketing prices. You just go on the app easy. So it's like you're not paying really no upfront marketing. You could just get the client and get the money on the back end, so that's a plus. The second thing I think is another plus is you can build clients a little bit faster. Depending on the time of the season of when you starting of these apps, you could just download the app and maybe grab 10 clients quick and easy. I remember me starting, when I first started Green Pal, I was able to get like 30 clients within 30 days. Every day I was getting a client. So that's good to know as well. Another thing I really kind of like about these apps, you get paid on time. You get paid fast. I remember just cutting the yard, 2 days later, the money get on my account. That's just like card on file. That's the best way. You don't got to deal with no headache customers or whatever. Like, non-paying ones at that. So quick and easy. That's 2 days. Who don't like to get their money in 2 days? Another pro that I like about using these apps, you don't got to deal with them headache customers as far as calls of, hey, when you coming, or texts, and like another thing, non-pays. You ain't got to deal with none of that. All you got to do is pull up to the customer, take a picture of the yard, service the property, take a picture of that, put it, and then head to your next one or go home, and then you know you getting paid. Like, hey, that's the best thing to know. I ain't got to deal with no headaches. The cons. Well, now we finna discuss some of the cons. One of them is you get paid than less what the customer is paying you. When I say less, I'm talking about less. Like, you can have a customer that's paying these apps $60 and they might give you $50. That's sometimes. But you can also have like Lawn Love, for instance. Lawn Love the client can be paying Lawn Love $60. Guess how much they're gonna give you? $20. Yeah, $20. Like, bro, what I supposed to do with $20? Like, that's crazy. Another thing I don't like these apps, you can't see the property before mowing them. So the property could be overgrown and you done picked up a $20 yard and this property is overgrown. Now you got you a yard that's finna take you 3-4 hours. Now you gotta hit up the app and negotiate them. And we're gonna talk about hitting them up later. We're gonna discuss this a little bit later. And like I say, another reason why I don't like these apps, majority of the time it's a cheap client. When I say cheap, super cheap. The yard be overgrown. They don't have no irrigation. You don't want these clients. Super cheap clients like that, you don't want these clients. I'm telling you, you don't want them at all. Another thing I don't like about it, you don't never own the client while they in the app. Like, let's say the app get closed down, bro. Let's say the app get closed down tomorrow. Now you done lost your client. You never written down their information or their number or anything. Now you gotta knock on their door talking about, yo, I'm the guy in the yellow truck that be cutting your yard. Can you give me your credit card information so you can pay me like this? Come on now, really? For real, you don't want them. You don't even want to go through that. I'm trying to tell you, that's like, it's nothing wrong with doing it, but it's like mental embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I would say, sometimes the app will charge you if you reschedule. No, not sometimes. The app will charge you if you reschedule on the same day that you were supposed to cut their yard. Let's go to lawnlove, for instance. Let's say you done picked up one of them $20 yards, and now you like, oh man, it's finna rain later on today, or I got a lot of yards, I'm not finna make that. You used to be able to call them. Now you gotta text them in the app, wait till them to respond to you. Now once you tell them, oh yeah, I gotta reschedule this yard today, they gon', oh yeah, bro, all right, no problem, you can reschedule, but just know you're getting charged for a $15 rescheduling fee. And you know the yard was $20, so now you making $5, and sometimes it may be an overgrown yard. So I'm like, crazy, bro. Another thing I don't like about these apps, GreenPal, for instance, you gotta pay them each time you do a transaction, you paying GreenPal. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say if the Angie's List, you go on Angie's List, you pay $15 for that yard. Okay, yeah, you know, you cut it that first time, all right, I had to pay Angie's List. The next time I'm good. GreenPal, you paying them, let's just say $2 every time you cut that yard. Let's say you do 200 cuts, that's $400. Let's say you do another 200 cuts, that's another $400. You paying GreenPal each time. Yet alone, you gotta pay the transactions, you gotta pay the credit card fees as well. So that's like 5-6% you're losing every time you cut that client. I don't care if it's 5-6%. In the beginning, when I first started up and I wasn't big on numbers, nah, that's all right. I could, you know, it's only $2. I'm not saying that. I'm not thinking that each client is like $200-300 that I'm giving them. Not even the loan to the Stripe or whatever else credit card processing system that you're using. Trash, bro. Like, oh my God, this last thing, oh my God, that I hate, is the customer service is trash, bro. When I say trash, I'm talking about trash, bro. Super trash customer service, man. GreenPal, super trash customer service. lawnlove, super. lawnlove customer service used to be good when you was able to call them and contact somebody. Now you gotta text them and all type of stuff. Trash, bro. Their customer service is trash. My recommendations to you. What I recommend, which app? None of them. I don't recommend none of these apps. You just better off just go door knocking or go get you a flyer, nail you 2 customers. You could do a cleanup, pull some weeds, bag up some leaves, trim some bushes, maybe get you 2 cleanups and 2 mowings. That's all you need. Take that money and put it in Google, bro. You don't need these apps. They're just middlemans. You really don't need them, to be honest. I'm just giving you my recommendation. I know you might not use my recommendation, but I want to give you my recommendation. But look, check this out. If you're gonna use any of these apps, just use them to gain experience, bro. Like, if you never cut grass before, go on, download lawnlove on one of these apps, and you feel me, get you some experience using them. And let's say you have cut before at another company, but you never cut on your own. Now this is for you. Get you some experience on these apps. Go on there, time yourself. How long it's gonna take me to push more overgrown yard? How long it's gonna take me to jump on my zero tone and cut this overgrown yard? Or how long it's gonna take me to cut this yard that's already looked like it been cut a week ago to 2 weeks ago? Get on them, learn the systems of how to get in and out on the yard. Learn to time yourself, how to properly maintenance the yard. Use it for experience. Don't just get on here thinking, okay, I'm gonna get rich off these apps, because you're not. To be honest, you're not. For real, I'm gonna say this. Try to stay in a 5-mile radius, bro. Don't go jumping on these apps trying to cut yards that's like 20-30 miles away from each of your other properties. Don't do that. Like please, that's like real crazy, because you're gonna be spending a lot of time driving to a yard that's for $20 that you're supposed to be making $60, $80, $100. I don't know how much, but you're driving far away to go cut this cheap yard, and which is not worth it. Which is later on you might end up dropping like, I know it's not worth it. Don't do that. And I'm gonna say this, but one of my other recommendations: the money that you receive from these apps, put it towards marketing on Google. Sign up to Google Local Services. Put your business on Google My Business. Go on Facebook ads, go on Facebook groups, do all that stuff besides just relying on these apps, because you don't want to stay relying on these apps. These apps are just starting to just market for you because you don't have the marketing skills or you don't have the marketing funds. So they're doing all the marketing, they're giving you giving you the work, but you don't need them. You just use them to get a little bit of experience or to get a little bit of money, and then you go off on your own. I'm trying to tell you, bro, you don't need them. Another thing, another recommendation, if you're gonna use any of these apps and these clients give you any hassle or they're pain in the ass clients, drop them, bro. Drop them. You don't need them. Like how my boy Alistar said, drop them like a sack of potatoes, bro. You don't need them. They just a headache for you and your business. Drop them. And my last recommendations, don't use these apps for too long. You don't need them. They're just middlemans. Just use them for a little bit, gain your experience, gain you some a couple of dollars that you could put on marketing, and go out there, knock on you some doors, talk to you some clients, get you route density. You don't need none of these apps, but just go out there and do it, bro. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment on some things that I left out. Hey, if you say, Ivy, man, I'm using some of these apps, let me know which apps you're using. If you're using any of these apps below, drop a comment. Hey, we on our road to 1,000 subscribers. We almost halfway there. I need you to share these videos. Let's go ahead and go up. Be out.